Hi, welcome. I'm Polly Jo Labbe. This is Chakra Sessions with Polly Jo Labbe, and I welcome you here this beautiful snowy morning. Today I decided to allow you to see the lights of the Christmas tree and what is going on with my decorations here. They're still in the beginning stages, but I felt like on this snowy day, it really was a connection to what is happening within ourselves this holiday season. Today's session is going to be about connecting with the divine grace. We all have this peaceful place where grace occurs, and we often see it with other people, but we don't necessarily realize that it happens within each of us. And if we can find a way to access that, and we can find a way to share that with other people, we actually begin to embody the sentiments of the season around peace, joy, and love. So finding where our grace is located, and it changes for each person, that is really helpful to us to maneuver the difficulties we sometimes have in the holiday season. So I am so excited to see you guys. Hi, Rob and Robin. How you guys doing? I'm so excited that Rob was able to make it, because sometimes that, we have our glitches going on. But today seems to be glitch-free, guys, so we will hold on to that fact. And I had a long communion with Mercury before we started, so I am so looking forward to sharing this. So good morning, everyone. And really being in a place of grace is allows us to just be who we're meant to be. We feel really good in that space. We feel really loving and open because we are making space for beautiful things to happen for us, and we allow it to happen for other people. So how perfect is that when we really get to be in that place of grace? We are just, much more in tune with the joy and the flow of the holiday season. And this can be a difficult time of year for people. Good morning, Miss Neshi. How are you? The beautiful Neshi. I'm so glad to see you. We are in this state this time of year where a lot of celebrations occur, and they're celebrations that connect us to our divine self. And as the winter solstice approaches, we begin to realize that, we're heading into the depths of the darkness. The darkest day comes to us very soon. And when we are heading into the depths of the darkness, sometimes we forget our spiritual connection, our sense of how we interact with spirit. And that is unique for every single person. There's no right way and there's no wrong way, but there is intention. And when you hold the intention that you are going to connect with spirit through grace, or whether you're just going to connect through spirit so that you are sending out unconditional love so that you can receive that from others, those are all huge ways for us to really impact the people around us and impact the planet, because we can only take care of our own energy. And the more we take care of ourselves, the more we share that with other people, and it encourages other people to do the same. So we're like a ripple in the sea, but that can turn into a huge wave in the ocean. So you never know where your ripple is going to go. So today, as we go through our chakras, and our chakras are part of our energy body, it's what holds our divine spark. It is what keeps our physical body moving and breathing and living on this planet. It is also how we connect to all of our emotions and our mental thinking and our capacities, all of our beliefs and vows and domestication. That's how it is described in the Four Agreements. How we've been programmed as human beings all resides in our energy body. We access it often through our brain, but for those of us who also expand and open up our divine channels, then we're accessing the infinite wisdom that comes through in that space as well. And that all is in our energy body. Our energy body nurtures and supports all of the things that we need to be here on the planet in our earth body. So thank you, Yvette Neshi. She please to help get people to see and experience Chakra Sessions. Please like and share the show. Everybody can send their ripple out in that fashion. And the meditation that we have that will be coming up and the teachings are really important for so many people because, holidays, as I was saying, are a difficult time for some people. You can focus on the past, you can focus on loss, you can focus on grief, and you can really get caught up in that if you spin in that location. And I have somebody very near and dear to me at the moment who is in that space. They're very stuck in their past energy and the what if I'd done this differently energy. And as a healer, I can hold space for them and feel that their energy can shift to a new location. But when we do the healing on ourselves, it shows other people that they don't have to sit in that old energy and they don't have to sit in the spinning. They can be in the here, in the now, the beauty of the falling snow, the peacefulness and the cleansing that is occurring because of that. And it's making people slow down and pay attention to the little things. And maybe we all need a little bit of that in this time so that we don't get stuck spinning in the past. It's great to remember, and reminisce, but to wallow in it is what I'm talking about. And that is all part of why, if you are able, if you can open your divine grace even just for a few breaths, that will impact your whole day and can impact everyone around you. So I really, really enjoy sharing that with all of you in, such a beautiful way. So what I would love for us to do is to find a way to get kind of comfortable in your space, wherever you may be located. And this works even if you're watching this meditation later. Sometimes people have asked me, they've sent me messages, can I still connect to the energy? Well, this is divine energy and divine timing. So when you hear the meditation, and you can even go back and re-listen to it, you will access the same energy expansion of the divine because it's all through intention. So that's the beautiful thing about sharing this, is that you can experience it whenever you need it, whenever you want it, and there is no time. The divine really opens up a space for this to happen for you when you need it. And so whenever you are watching it, it is perfect timing for you. And I hold space that it doesn't matter to me when you listen to it or if you listen to it, it is helping me and those who are ready and willing to help heal themselves and really be in that state. So get yourself, oh, you like my Santa Yoda? Thank you. I made sure he showed up. Nicole Warner was saying my Santa Yoda is so cute. He's right over here. And that is actually for my cat Ocelot. My students often call me Yoda. The Jedi Master makes a lot of sense to how I do the energy work, and how I teach them to be one with the energy, one with the Force. And so the Yoda was purchased by my mother on one of those, half price Kohl's Cash kind of things, knowing that somebody in my family, because we're all Star Wars crazy, would enjoy it. None of us realized it was for the cat. My cat Ocelot, who is our resident Reiki master, he is very attuned to the Force, and he worships Yoda every day. So when he is lit up, he goes and he sits with them, and you can feel the conversation that's occurring between them. And he's sad when it doesn't get pulled out fast enough, and he waits for me to light it every day. So Yoda is lit up, ready to go, because we can all use a little Yoda in our lives. Do or do not. There is no try. So we are going to do our healing right now and our meditation. So everybody, just find a comfy space, in your chair, or if you're laying down, whatever works for you. Really get into a space where you can be open to receiving all that you are able. I really encourage you to have some part of your body directly touching the floor if possible. I put my feet on the floor. My chair is also wood, so it conducts the energy really well and allows myself to stay grounded. So really find a comfy space and really get in tune with your physical body, because it all starts there. Our physical body is the temple that holds our divine being. It holds our chakra system, and it allows us to connect and remember the divine energy as it flows through us. So take a couple of deep breaths. And as you do so, really begin to feel your skeleton, your bones, your muscles, the weight of your body. Without judgment, just really be in a space of feeling the intensity of gravity pushing down on you in this earth body, and being really one with Mother Earth. And as you do that, with each breath, just allowing your lungs to expand and feeling how the breath really works its way through your entire body. And for those of you who haven't watched Chakra Sessions before, when I clear energy for the meditation for the group, I often make noises. They're very burpy or squawky sounding. And that is just releasing the energy up to the divine to be transmuted into its highest self and its highest being. So we no longer need to hold on to things that are squeezing us and making us smaller than the divine being that resides within. And I'm setting the intention that we are creating a sacred space around us, surrounding and protecting us in a bubble of love and light from the infinite energy of creation. Yeah. And we're also setting the intention that this healing is for the good of all and harm to none, including ourselves. Yeah. And I invite you to call in the divine however you perceive it. to come share and fill through you in this healing meditation.
Yeah.
I welcome in your guides and your ancestors and all the divine beings of the highest, fullest vibration available to us in this moment of now.
Yeah.
And calling in the angels and the archangels as well, for they hold a special meaning to us in this holiday season that strengthens our connection in a very loving way.
Yeah.
And you may begin to feel the energy at the top of your head. It may feel tingly, or you may feel pressure or heat or cold. And you may feel nothing at all, and all of those are perfect for you in this moment.
Yeah.
And the divine energy is awaiting your permission for you to receive. You need to be in a space where you are willing to receive the healing the divine is offering through me to you.
Yeah.
And as the energy begins to move in, it's just clearing away any thoughts that are pulling your energy away from you in this moment, bringing you back to center, back to peace, back to self.
Yeah.
And as you're pulled back in, the energy is simply calmed so that the spinning energy can be released and you can just be present with yourself in this moment.
Yeah.
And allowing it to clear away any misperceptions that you have had recently, any energy where you have been unable to see the fullness of possibilities.
Yeah.
Expanding and opening your personal intuition, your personal connection, and all the ways that you receive messages from the divine, whether it's through animals or numbers or songs and music or a knowing or a seeing or a feeling, allowing all of those to just simply expand and open.
Yeah.
And releasing the tension that you may be holding on to in your jaw. Those words that you fought back saying because maybe they weren't kind. Or any ways that you've tried to control the situation or the way your life is in this moment.
Yeah.
And really just allow yourself to be you. Release any worry or of control. Release any need to hold back from healing yourself in this beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Really opening and breathing into your throat chakra and feeling the expansion there.
Yeah.
Allowing you to speak your truth, speak from your highest integrity, allowing access for your highest self to begin to move and speak through you, allowing you to express yourself in all the ways that you are able, through your words and your dress and your creations.
Good.
And are really opening the space so that you are in your authentic being, your authentic self.
Yeah.
And releasing any burdens or stress or tension residing in the back of your neck or on your shoulders. All of the weight you may feel from being in your earth body and in connection with others.
Good.
And making space for you to really relax. And take this moment for yourself. For in this divine connection, you are expanding your moments and you're expanding yourself. And in so doing, you can share that with others in an infinite number of ways.
Yeah.
And really opening your heart and all the chambers that it houses. That magical part of us that really is in this beautiful space.
Yeah.
And when those chambers are open, our inner child can relax and feel love. And our inner sage, our wise one, can come forth and share the knowledge of all of the lifetimes that you've ever held.
Yeah.
And our inner warrior is able to stand ready to help us with anything that we truly need to fight for as part of our spiritual and life purpose.
Yeah.
Making room for unconditional love to flow, releasing all the conditions we've placed on our heart, the judgments, assumptions,
Yeah.
and things we've simply taken personally.
Yeah.
And making room in our belly, in all of our organs, giving them space to cleanse and clear all of the energy that we interact with on this beautiful morning. And as we clear our belly, we allow space for everything in our life to flow with ease and grace.
Yeah.
And those spaces where we hold on to negative energy or energy that compresses us, squeezes us, makes us feel smaller. Really reaching into those places where you feel tightness and know that that is a block that is squeezing you into your smallness. Really breathing and pushing back and owning that you are so much bigger than that.
Yeah.
The divine has so much more in store for you. So push back against the bully energy making you feel small or not enough,
Yeah.
making you doubt your own self or your own knowledge.
Yeah.
And really releasing any of the frustration and stress and anger and fear that can accumulate when we are interacting with other people. Some may be yours, some may be others that you've inadvertently picked up.
Yeah.
And just allowing space for that to release and make room for all of the beautiful juiciness of the divine energy flowing through you.
Yeah.
And opening your lower belly and for that womb space of the Earth Mama that resides within each of us to open and clear, making room for healthy, loving relationships, releasing all the toxins and again, any energy that is squeezing us in a way where we feel unable to be ourselves. And also the way we unknowingly, unconsciously do that to others.
Yeah.
And filling that place with divine energy and grace and love.
Yeah.
And allowing your pelvic floor and your hips and your tailbone to really anchor the cleansing divine energy as it's flowing through. And imagine it taking root in such a way that it moves down both legs and through your feet into the depths of the earth. And as it goes through all the layers of Mother Earth, that network of roots just expands and grows like an ancient redwood tree, allowing us to feel as full and sturdy and steady in our divinity and in our earth body, that we can take root to such depths. And as we get close to the heartbeat of the Earth Mother, feeling that heat as it begins to come in through the roots, that is what nourishes us and fills us with the balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, both working and intertwining, that golden color that begins to infuse with the beautiful, brilliant white. And as it moves its way up our legs and up our body, we can feel that loving, nurturing mama love that so many of us may be missing. You may even begin to feel the presence of your version of the Divine Mother, whether that's Mother Mary or Kuan Yin, in any form that you may experience that. Just know that that is the energy that is moving up and filling you from your toes to your head. And as it fills us and brings us back into a state of balance, just really allowing the pelvic floor to flood with all that energy, holding it like a giant basin.
Yeah.
And when the basin is full, it begins to just travel all the way up our body, filling all of our organs and tissues and muscles and even our bones and our skin, so that our whole earth body feels that as it moves its way up.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. And really feeling it come into those upper organs. Filling those places where you released some of your tightness, some of the ways that you squeeze yourself or you allow others to squeeze you into smallness.
Yeah.
And filling your spine with loving support and nurturing
Yeah.
in a beautiful and full way,
Yeah.
so that all the cracks and the crevices are getting filled in. And then moving it into your lungs so that you can breathe in the divine and breathe out the divine. On the right and the left equally, above and below equally, in front and behind, on either side. Feel it expanding and releasing in a gentle pulse.
Yeah.
And filling the heart.
Yeah.
Imagining that the Holy Grail resides within you. That golden cup.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And as that cup is filling, just allow it to overflow through your chambers, through your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands, so that everything you touch
Yeah.
can be filled with divine grace today.
Yeah.
And then allowing it to move up through your throat,
Yeah.
clearing and filling all of those places where you held back.
Yeah.
And opening your jaw and your ears, your nose and your sinuses, the temples on the sides of your head, your whole brain and all of your glands and your adrenals and how they all work magically together.
Yeah.
And allowing that to spill over into your aura surrounding you. And now we're going to focus on the upper two chambers of your heart.
Yeah.
And at the top of your belly, right in the solar plexus. And imagine that being a golden triangle. So in this golden triangle, you access unconditional love from the divine. It is the Holy Trinity that lies within that we access the grace. The Divine Mother, the Divine Father, and Self.
Yeah.
And I want you to imagine that triangle having the outside of it be gold and light. And this inside being this pink color, the fuchsia pink of our spiritual heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as that fills, allowing the energy to flow around the triangle equally, openly, lovingly.
Yeah.
And then imagine from the middle of the triangle, just allowing the throat to be activated and the third eye and the divine. So it's like a giant line that goes into the center of the triangle. And that line is really brilliant light.
Yeah.
And allowing that divine light to come in and fill that space with spiritual grace.
Yeah.
And asking that the holy energy of the season, of all of the ones that are active at this time, to be called in to bring in peace and joy and grace into that space.
Yeah.
And inviting in the angelic realm to open the back of the heart like we have our own angelic wings. Imagine them opening and stretching
Yeah.
so that we are connected to the heart of the angelic realm as well. And how to hold that in our physical and spiritual body.
Yeah.
Reminding us of all that is and the infinite possibilities that can happen when we are open in our divine grace.
Yeah.
And now asking that energy to create an anchor, a cord that runs all the way down through our body, down through the earth, through those roots, so that as we are rooted, so is the divine grace that resides within each one of us.
Yeah.
And now just take a moment of gratitude for the energy that has come in to help you clear, to help you open. And also a moment of gratitude to yourself for showing up and being present in this beautiful and loving way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now gently allowing yourself to come back into your physical space, into your physical body, holding on to that divinity and that grace as you begin to dissolve your meditation so that you may walk forward with it this day and remember how it feels to hold it. Nice. Thank you for sharing that. So, good morning, Jackie. I'm glad to see you. Good morning, Denise, as well. Thank you for my enjoying my tree. Hi, Cindy Lynn. And Cindy Lynn said a beautiful comment about she needs to learn how to do that. And what she was talking about was how to release. How to release those things that are squeezing us tight. There's some comfort in the squeezing, because we may have had the squeezing for a long time. I personally had a session with my energy healer last week, and in that session, there was this squeezing sensation around my belly, and I was so used to it, I didn't even notice it. But when everything was clear, then it became really obvious. And tracing the squeezing back energetically, it came all the way back to when I was in the womb, and that had occurred. So because I came out with it squeezed, I didn't know that it could be let go of. And it takes a lot of practice, and it takes lots of times, it's hard for us to see or feel our own squeezing. We know that we're playing smaller than we're meant to. We know that we're not in our purpose the way we're supposed to be, but we often can't feel where that's located. And yeah, Cindy Lynn, we often need a complete overhaul. I like to think of it as an upgrade. I spent a lot of this fall going through a lot of squeezing energy in a number of different ways, and it was all in preparation for me to go through a major overhaul. And I like to think of it as an upgrade. My old software wasn't working, and so I really like the upgrade, because when we release energy that no longer works for us, our vibration gets fuller and it gets higher. And when that occurs, we are more of our self, our spiritual self and who we were meant to be. And so, we upgrade our phone all the time, right? Or our computer, or our software, but how often do we upgrade ourselves? And we're meant to keep pace with that. So I find that when I need work, when I need to upgrade, then I have to turn to my team. And yes, I turn to my spirit guides and I turn to my spiritual team. But I also ask that they call forth the right healers and the right people to help me move through it as well. And those are oftentimes where I really dive into extreme self-care, because I don't want to stay in a state where I'm compressed. And when it's uncomfortable, it's been there a long time. So that is such a big thing, Cindy Lynn, about really, tap into who do I connect with who can help me upgrade, because sometimes we can't see it or perceive it. Like, I knew I had tightness in my belly, but I didn't know what it was. It took somebody else, helping me move the energy as I concentrated on that squeezing and asking it to go, for it to work. So that is another, really good thing. And I want to put a shout out to Rob. He said, I love this. How come every time Polly Jo starts a clearing, the office just starts a loud gab fest? And Rob, what I find is the energy moves through the room. And if other people aren't in a space where they want to clear, then they get loud energetically, and sometimes loud with their voices. And it's a distraction that keeps you from being able to do what you want. It happens to a lot of us. And, knowing that you need a sacred space for you to do it in is probably why the divine wants you to be able to experience this healing in a sacred space. And so maybe the office isn't the place where it's going to work for you. So I'm happy that you are going to listen to it on the archives, because I know that you are faithful when you do that, and that you really take time for yourself. So I'm really proud of you, Rob. So I really wanted to share that. So as we walk with grace in our lives, we really come to a place where we're not impacted. And that really goes back to not taking things personally. That open-hearted sensation that you can walk around. There are going to be people who are stressed out, and people who are collapsed in the past. And if you just send out love and grace, then you're easing their suffering. And one of the things that I've noticed is that when someone else is suffering, we all suffer. So when I'm suffering, you're suffering. And so holding space for the ease of someone else's suffering, that's part of being in the grace. Because we've all been places where we've felt really low, or felt really sad, or felt really angry. And in those moments, we are suffering. And when we are able to remember and call in the divine grace, we ease our own suffering. And then we're not spreading it and sharing it with other people. And that is why opening your divine grace can be especially needed, because there's so many people who are silently suffering, and some not so silently. We see even more people who are homeless or have difficulty with food or shelter. And this is a time where it can become even more glaring. But accessing our divine grace is something that's not just for the holidays. It's just a time when we remember it. It's part of why we have these holy days, to remind us that, one, we are holy, and two, we are meant to share that holiness with other people. And we don't do that when we're suffering or when we are creating suffering for others. We do that when we hold our grace. And we can all do it in different ways, It may be taking, somebody's shopping cart who's, in a handicapped spot and putting it away for them. Or it may be holding the door. It may be saying, have a beautiful day to the cashier who's had grumpy people in line all day. Maybe it's donating food or clothing or money to organizations like Star Nations, Gathering Thunder Foundation, that they need help and support all year round. Those are ways for us to be in our grace, but just walking around and being in that place where you are sending out love, energy, you shine your light in your fullest, all of the healers that I know, the big spiritual teachers right now, are saying, shine your light. We need it, and it's a call to everyone. It's not just healers who need to shine their light. We all do. Oh, thank you so much, Denise. Denise gave me a beautiful comment. Chakra Sessions is always so rejuvenating. Thank you for giving us such a wonderful insights and opportunities for balance each week, Polly Jo. Thanks so much, Denise. I really enjoy the spiritual teachings and the meditations and the ways to help everyone heal and be back in their grace in all sorts of ways. And, I really know that when each of us is in our purpose, then we're exactly where we're supposed to be, and it's always an interesting revelation. I get messages all the time, you know, days or weeks even after a meditation where someone says, "Oh my gosh, that was exactly what I needed when I watched it." It was a few days later, um, and I know that because the divine sends it to you in your perfect timing, not my perfect timing. And when you find ways to shine your light how you're supposed to, or, you know, when I say supposed to, it's like we all shine our light just by being. And when we're doing our best to be in the moment, we are shining our light. And sometimes we take action with our light using our inner warrior. And when we take action, we can shine our light even farther. Rather than being a candle in the dark, we can be more like a lighthouse. And there are a lot of people out there who need the guiding light of a lighthouse. And that is part of our purpose, is to be here to help guide each other through these soul lessons that we're all here to have and be, and supporting each other in a state as close as we can get to grace as possible. So I'm just going to do a little typing. So I'm really bad at typing and talking at the same time. So the first one that I'm going to do is this is the Trinity Healing Sanctuaries.com is where you can find my healing sanctuary. It's where I'm housed. And, you know, that is a place where you guys can, you know, check in and see what's going on at the beautiful building that we hear. And Trinity School of Mystical Energy Healing is, that is my school. That is where we have our mystery school. And I really teach through the vibration, often associated with the chakras. And we have a beautiful program that will be starting in the middle of January that's online. I'm very, very excited about it. It's called Jumpstart. And Jumpstart is 14 weeks of online learning where you get to connect with each of the chakras, get to feel what's in there, get to see what's in there, learn healing remedies and stretches and all sorts of juicy information that will help you work on yourself. And they're all things that you get to own for the rest of your life. It's an amazing program. It starts on January 15th, and I'll have stuff on the Chakra Sessions page, the fan page, about that for any of you who would really like to dive into the energy. You spend 2 weeks in each chakra really paying attention to what's going on for you and how it relates to that. At my school, it's a longer program, and we spend 6 or 7 weeks in each chakra. And then we do a 3-day weekend, 20 hours of clearing. It's very intense, and it's not for everyone. But this online program is like, it's a jump start. It allows you to kind of start your day and really start how you are moving into your self-healing. And I want to remind you guys, you know, Star Nations magazine is out there. My part of the issue, my article this time around, is connecting to how to align your energy for the holiday season. And so really, there's some amazing articles that are in there, and I encourage you to go and check them out. And I know that, you know, you've got some of the most amazing healers and knowledgeable people on the planet who are writing for the magazine and really sharing the wisdom of the ages. Many of us channel the information to you to be shared in the teachings. And what better reference guide than to really have those to grab them when you need them? Even in digital format, you know, all of that is beautiful. Robin, have a great day. I know we are getting close to the end, so I'm going to show Robin. Thank you for having a great day. Cindy, thank you, thank you. I really look forward to, you know, you guys all getting a chance to revisit your grace and open the energy that is housed in your being. It's a beautiful day. Here it is snowing, and I'm happy to share my holiday, you know, the beginnings of my holiday with you. It just felt right to have you be sitting in the divine grace of how I invoke the holiday season. And so I want to just take a quick chance to have you ground your energy before you head back to work or wherever you're going. So take a couple of deep breaths and really remember those roots that are beneath you. Really connect to them. Whenever you feel spinning or whenever you feel overwhelmed, just take a couple of deep breaths and really feel those roots beneath you. Because we are always in connection with the Divine Mother beneath us. And that is just perfect for us, you know? And being in that space where we're just grounded and relaxed and carrying that forward, you can access that feeling anytime you need to. And if you're having difficulty, because sometimes it is hard around certain people to stay grounded, just imagine a cord from your heart going all the way through your body, all the way down to the ground, and really allowing your heart to ground you. Perfect, perfect. So I just want to share a couple of the last comments that came up before we go. Cindy Lynn was like, no, already that was fast. And lots of hearts from her. And then from Denise, you know, what a great show. Thank you. I'm so thankful to be here and be part of Star Nations and to be able to share my gifts with you. And I invite you to share this and like it with other people so that, you know, you reach somebody else who might need a little meditation, a little clearing, and a little sense of divine grace in their holiday season. And with that, my friends, I know it's just a couple minutes early, but the divine is being very clear. I wish you all a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and I will check in with you next time. Visit me on my fan page at Chakra Sessions with Polly Jo Labbe, or Trinity Healing Sanctuaries, or at Trinity School of Mystical Energy Healing. And if you want to message me at any of those places, I would be happy to help. So have a great day. Thank you, Neshi. I don't know if it's Jager or how you say your name. I'm so sorry. But have a great day. Blessings to you, Cindy Lynn. And everyone have a beautiful, beautiful day.